DevCom 208, Communication, Social Marketing, and Social Mobilization. The social concern that I have chosen is entitled Coal versus Communities, Voices from the Nuclear and Coal-Free Bataan Movement. The date of implementation was on November 20, 2024. Its implementing agency is the Nuclear and Coal-Free Bataan Movement, or NCFBM, as long as with the Legal Empowerment Fund, LEF, and the Fund for Global Human Rights. Community activism in Bataan and its impacts of coal energy projects. Residents of Bataan are actively opposing fossil fuel energy projects that jeopardize their health, community, and daily lives. Their grassroots efforts have become a powerful voice in demanding justice, accountability from both corporations and policymakers. Massive coal plants have caused widespread pollution, worsened health conditions, and disrupted traditional livelihoods. These adverse effects have sparked resistance among the affected communities, highlighting the urgent need for sustainable alternatives. The role of the nuclear and coal-free Bataan movement. MCFBM, a dedicated grassroots movement, has empowered local communities through legal advocacy and knowledge sharing. Their work demonstrates the importance of uniting for environmental justice and shifting toward renewable energy sources. Grassroots organizing efforts. MCFBM's role in mobilizing communities. Amplifying community voices, MCFBM actively encourages community members to share their experiences with coal plant pollution and its adverse effects on their lives. Raising awareness, the movement educates locals about the environmental and health impacts of fossil fuel energy projects, fostering greater public understanding. Empowering collective action by uniting those affected, MCFBM builds a strong network of grassroots advocates committed to fighting for sustainable alternatives. First-hand accounts of pollution and its impacts. Number one, health issues. Residents living near coal plants report an increase in respiratory illnesses and other health problems linked to pollution. Second, environmental degradation. Community members describe how the ecosystem, including local water sources and soil, has been disrupted by coal projects. Third, threats to livelihood. Farmers and fishers detail the economic hardships caused by industrial emissions and waste affecting their crops and fishing grounds. Advocacy for justice and sustainability. Challenging systematic power. NCFBM equips communities with legal tools to confront industrial interests and demand accountability. Promoting alternative energy. The movement advocates for sustainable energy solutions that prioritize environmental health and community well-being. Vision for equity. The initiative strives to establish a cleaner, fairer energy landscape that respects both human rights and ecological balance. Legal empowerment for climate justice. Here are the tools and knowledge for advocacy. Number one is educating communities. The NCFBM has conducted workshops and seminars to educate residents about their legal rights and the environmental impacts of coal plants. Second, empowering grassroots movements. Legal strategies are being used to strengthen grassroots organizers as they advocate for environmental and social justice in Bataan. And the third is disseminating actionable resources. Community members have been provided with accessible legal materials to help them challenge industrial practices legally and effectively. Locals challenge industrial interests. Confronting pollution. Communities have filed complaints and legal actions to hold coal plants accountable for air and water contamination. legal resistance against abusive practices. Activists utilize legal frameworks to resist entrenched systems of environmental and economic exploitation by corporations. Lobbying for policy change. Grassroots movements advocate for stricter environmental regulations to combat harmful industrial activities in the region. Advancing equity and sustainability. First, promoting clean energy alternatives. The NCFBM champions sustainable energy solutions as safer, more equitable options for development. Second, upholding environmental justice. By emphasizing equity, communities demand accountability from corporations that prioritize profit over environmental and social welfare. Third, creating partnerships for lasting impact. Collaboration with organizations like LEF ensures the long-term resources and support are available for community-led initiatives. The impact of Legal Empowerment Fund. The impact of the Legal Empowerment Fund, or LEF, supports grassroots movements like NCFBM. The Legal Empowerment Fund provides critical support to groups like the Nuclear and Coal-Free Bataan movement, empowering them to organize and confront issues that threaten their communities, health, environment, and livelihoods. Promotes environmental and social justice. Through funding and resources, the LEF enables communities to advocate for equitable and sustainable changes, ensuring their voices are heard in decisions affecting their future. Equips communities with advocacy tools. By providing legal knowledge and resources, the LEF empowers local communities to effectively challenge powerful entities and push for systematic reforms in energy and land use. The impact of the Legal Empowerment Fund. It fosters sustainable alternatives. The LEF's contributions help communities advocate for renewable and clean energy sources, moving away from unsustainable and harmful industrial practices like coal-powered energy. Advances a vision of equity and sustainability. Investments in grassroots movements through the LEF highlight the commitment to building a future where environmental protection and social equity are prioritized over profit-driven motives. After all, in conclusion, the implementing agency emphasizes the need to place environmental preservation above profit-driven motives by addressing the detrimental impact of coal-related energy projects on ecosystems and communities. Justice as a cornerstone highlights the importance of environmental and social justice in shaping sustainable energy solutions that uphold equity and human rights for vulnerable populations. Sustainability through grassroots movements recognizes the role of community-led initiatives like the NCFBM in fostering sustainable practices and empowering people to advocate for cleaner and fairer alternatives. On legal empowerment as tool underscores the significance of providing communities with legal knowledge and tools to challenge powerful systems and advocate for transformative changes that prioritize environmental and social equity. A vision for a sustainable future promotes a unified call for systematic change by investing in strategies and organizations that pave the way for a just, equitable, and sustainable future for all stakeholders.